PaperX cooking up T1 with a WAYLAY. Their attack side wasn't so good, but we're going to take a look at the defense side, which was very good. Here they are. They're playing Haven, a map that they don't normally play, and they're playing this comp. You got Forsaken on WAYLAY, something on Yoru, and this little combo here turns out can do some pretty ridiculous things, as we will see in this video. But let's first start with this piss round, which will explain kind of how this game went as a whole, to be honest. At least this attack side for T1, which was pretty horrific, and we'll see them play some pretty bad stuff here, but we'll honestly probably see, you know, one of the better Waylays you will have seen so far. So PaperX, they 4-stack A, they push up towards here, and whilst that's going on, now T1, they're going to go for a C split. So T1 have, like, you know, found themselves in a pretty good round here, right there. They've gone for basically the right idea against PaperX, but now just take a look as PaperX are coming down here. Just take a look at how we use this WAYLAY, because this, I think, is one of the main things about WAYLAY, is understanding when to use that refract. We saw Zekken, you know, use a refract and move a millimeter and then just instantly die, right? Forsaken knows that it is likely, hey, they're doing a C-split, that someone might be in here. So he uses the refract at a great time here, where now he can go just jumping around in here. Even if there isn't anyone there, he could probably carry on all the way into Garage to get a quick look in there, and then TP all the way back, and basically be like a bit of a bait for his teammates, which is obviously how this ability is meant to be used, and it's really, really cool.
But that smoke there, just going to bypass it.
Managing to get their way forward into that C site. Meteor putting some damage down, being pinched though, and Jing will be able to go ahead and find that kill. Buzz, quick peek back out through the garage doors, and a quick peek into the...
Okay, yeah, so really cool there from Forsaken, and again, just a great understanding of the agent. And this is what, to be honest, often happens with PaperX, it feels like. With new agents, it feels like they just get it sooner, right? They just understand it better, right? Particularly Forsaken, he just seems to have that natural feel. But once Buzz gets that kill, which obviously is insane, again, T1 should be in a very good position to win this round, right? They seem to have figured out that all three players are coming from this way. You see that Iso instantly pushes here in towards CT. You would think that T1 should be in a pretty good position to close this out, but they weren't playing very well.
Kills, Divide falls to the wayside.
Still have a Paranoia in DH's hands to prevent this retake, but they're so deep, and it's taken out though. Iso gone.
Iso gone. Paranoia, as you said, now flying. That's going to be the slow coming through. Dead to rights. Forsaken able to collect that now. Just Buzz and Stacks. The dynamic duo try to hold this line. It's all going to come down to Buzz, who would need to pull it off in an 8.
So I really hate the way that T1 play this round. It's not a very good once they get into this position, right? Again, they know where they are. Izu's getting into, you know, he's taking a ton of space straight away. But just watch the other three. That's kind of where I have the problem, is what the other three decide to do. Because when this is about to start to come in now, like, Izu is in a good spot, right? Like, he could and probably should not be the one, like, peeking out this early, right? I think you would probably prefer him to, you know, let them kind of walk up here, you know, let this guy kind of help you, either help you and swing together, right? Or be like a bit of a bait and then run back, right? And make these guys focus this way, and then you just pick up some free kills, right? And then you just become a distraction, you run away, right? You play last man. That's what you want. What they decide to do instead is, well, Buzz is doing nothing, right? He's in a position that isn't helping at all in any way, shape, or form. He's just hiding. They still aren't sure if someone is coming on a big flank, so that's what we're doing here with Stacks, right? He's watching the big flank. Okay, fair enough. But because Buzz is essentially just doing nothing, that means that instead of helping Iso here, our Omen instead is watching out towards Garage, right? So none of it makes really any sense, because, again, he should be helping Iso, because when you've got a guy in this position, he can't just be taking a straight 1v1 there in a 4v3, right? But again, it's because we feel like we have to watch Garage, because we're essentially in a 3v3, because we've got someone watching this as well, right? And you just think, like, you know, they had time to sort this out and get them into a good post point, you know, where we've got someone, like, in this corner or something, right? Watching Garage here. You know, if they do come out of Garage, then this guy, you know, can pivot between helping out here with Iso and helping out this as well. Stacks is in then a position to swing if they come Garage as well, right? Like, that makes sense, right? Contact here off Garage, and then, you know, you got multiple players potentially to help, depending on what happens. Instead, you know, Iso just is on his own, swings out, dies. And now, like, this is the thing, right? Like, now you feel like you're in a bad position here, right? Because if you're DH here, you're thinking, okay, my teammate has just died there. They're probably scaling up on me. You know, I'm about to take a fight very, very soon. But they also could be coming out of Garage here. So I have to do something, right? I can't just run away, because they might come out of Garage right now. So I have to do something. And so that ends up with you pushing forward. And this is how these things can fall apart, right? And then just one saturate, you're dead as well. And now it's a 3v2. And all of a sudden, everything's crumbling, right? And that's how it happens, right? All it takes is just, like, essentially one guy not watching anything in a 3v3. And everything quickly changes. Okay, now I just want to show you the start of round number 4 here, which is against an eco here for T1, but I think it just show like the combo of these two agents, right? Yoru, WAYLAY, that I'm not sure we've seen thus far before, but you get a great sense of like what you can do with those two agents together can be quite fun.
Through their smoke, I mean, just incredible. What else can you say? Now you've got some ults to play with. You've got the convergent paths. You've got the Nightfall. Bye-bye.
Quick little refract back. I think I might have called Iso Buzz in the previous round. Gonna have to get used to seeing Iso on the Neon. At the same time, though, Meteor.
Yeah, the constant bait and switch between WAYLAY and Yoru, who obviously can both get out of those kind of situations, right? You're going to see this in other rounds as well, but it's just so fun to watch, right? One person disappears, that means that they're gone, right? That means that we've got this space now. Normally when someone disappears from a space, that means that now that's your space. Meter's not even considering that also you're playing against a Yoru, so he's also pushed up in that space, and now he's killing you for free, right? And now he's out of there as well. And this is the thing. Now you're constantly worried if you're T1, right? Anywhere you leave, even for a second, and this is what Paper X were doing, has the potential to be pushed and then instantly out of there, right? And that is what constantly was happening on this map. Skip ahead to round number 8 now, where again, we're going to see some great WAYLAY value with a bit of anti-strat thrown in as well.
Aggressive off the rip, but not like, you know, pushing into their opponent's spawn aggressive, just looking for those early picks, and then they can, you know, take their prize and just peace out. Bit of a flash there, though.
It's so well read.
Yeah, just again, really cool stuff. And again, this is some of the advantage of playing a weird comp that your opponent hasn't seen before, right? Is that when you go to anti-strat certain things from your opponent like this, right? You know some of the answers that you have, but they've never seen it before. So they can't like think about that, right? That's too much to think about in such a short amount of time. Right, and again, it's just really cool use of the WAYLAY. But again, take a look at our Yoru here also, right? Again, it's the same thing. Anytime you don't have eyes on a certain spot, look at what's happening to you, right? Look at what's happening. And yeah, there's brawls going on over towards A, but now in a second, we're going to see something get a kill as well, right? And this is the constant push and pull, right? It was constantly in, and then I'm out, and then you're in, and then you're out, and then you're TPing away, and now I'm TPing away, and now I'm being aggressive, now you're... Like, it suits this version of Paper X, right? That is, you know, maybe a little bit more disciplined, you know, kind of has more... you know, recognition of certain situations. It suited them to a T of, yeah, they can be super aggressive if they want to be, but they can also get out of there when they need to. And round number 10 is perhaps the best example of the Yoru and WAYLAY together, going in and out and in and out as a combo pair. Just nightmare to deal with for T1.
A couple players on a T1, throwing those flashes out, getting the spots. Everything you could want there from your Yoru. Here he goes again. This time he's got backup.
Oh, sees multiple targets, decides to just back away. Something going to be doing very much the same, but there's the saturate laid back in. Forsaken re-aggresses, and Jing tears them all to pieces.
So yeah, as I said, just constant in, out, still can be super aggro if we want to be at times, you know, could take aggressive timings for sure, but we can also escape from those situations. It suits them to a T, right? And this is a great little bait setup. You know, it's meant to be a bait for something. Then he gets in trouble, gets out. So now I'm coming back in, I'm getting the kill. And now also, Jing is being aggro on another different part of the map. Forsaken's getting kills, the round's over before it's even begun. There were quite a few rounds like that in this game where Paper X just went kill, 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 flawless. And then finally, let's finish with the very last round here. This one's going to be a C-split from T1 with the Yoru ult, as you can see just here. But they're bringing out the Odins, they're bringing out the Operators. You know, Paper X had a ton of money at this point. And you'll see here that even though, you know, T1 are going to manage to take the site and Paper X end up in a full retake, again, one thing that I'm going to love here that they do is you're going to see Forsaken. He realizes that this, you know, could be a possibility, right? So he's just going to start spamming here. And it almost like baits Meteor into thinking, oh yeah, I can get this, right? I can get this kill here, right? You'll just see him now. So he kind of goes back, then the spam starts and he thinks, oh, a chance. No chance. Unlucky. You're now dying. And now we're in a 5v4 and just take a look at this, right? They're going to fatal the site. And again, it's just nice. It's just nice Valorant. You got the flank coming this way. You know, the Cypher's now dead, so this is very much on. We're going to fade ult, and then you see they're pinging it straight away, right? They're going to Omen ult back here, right? So we're going to fade ult with the Omen ult, get a couple free kills, and win the round. And this is the thing. Paper X, as I said, with this comp, I mean, good luck. You know, T1 picked this map against this comp on this defense side in particular. good luck. Yeah, their attack side wasn't so good. I'm sure that they can work on that in the upcoming days, but this defense side already looked really, really strong.
The one tap. Clear advantage again here in the hands of Paper Rex. Really bolt to delay. Forsaken held back. Jing, though, they have no audio, and he's just absolutely dumpstering them. Stacks to find one more, but Jing cleans up 3. Forsaken has the final, and there you go. 10-2 at the half on T1's map pick.